Welcome back, guys. First and foremost, thank you so much for all the support, man. It's truly amazing, man. I get messages daily, man, and they're mostly all positive messages, man. And that's why I did this thing, man. That's why I started this thing. Again, I don't care about. That's why I make these videos and just post them because like it's the message, not so much the messenger. So don't so focus on the messenger, just the message. But I appreciate you guys so much, man. It's truly a blessing, man, to be sitting here, and it's only by the grace of God. First and foremost, let me just piggyback off a little bit of what I was saying yesterday about certain comments made and stuff. I don't hold no grudges, man. I love that person as much as I did today as I did yesterday and the day before. Like, I try not to take anything personal. It's hard. It's hard, and it's hard work to not take things personal, because a lot of times people say things out of anger, and we look for people to blame, man. It's extremely difficult to look in the mirror and be like, damn, this shit is my fault. And I'm speaking from experience, man, because I tell you guys all the time, that's how I used to be, man. I wanted to blame everyone and everything for every issue that I had. And the true freedom came in like once I accepted that I'm the problem, then I can begin to work. And that's what like the message I want to share, man, is like you got to take responsibility for the things you did, man. And once you do, you're working already, because now you accepted the fact that you messed up or whatever the case is, and now you start changing that behavior. But you can't, once you realize something, something, you can't go back to not knowing it. So with that being said, I just want to talk a little bit about forgiveness, man. So I look at things different today, man, than I used to, and I still struggle with a lot of things. Forgiveness too, because some people hurt me a lot, man, and I still have. They didn't even hurt me. They hurt people that I love. That is an innocent person, and I have trouble praying for them. I have trouble forgiving them. I want to hate them. I want to shun them or whatever. I want to not pray for them. I want bad things to happen to these people. And that's my flesh thinking, man. My spirit. So I fight with my flesh fights with my spirit all the time. Constantly, it's a battle, man. Because everybody deserves forgiveness, man. Because there was a time in my life where I was hurting people on a daily. It didn't matter who you were. From my mother to my sisters to my beautiful kids, man. I still hurt my kids. And I'm sure they're still hurt over it. And there is not a day goes by that I do not think about that. And I hope for one day, that they will forgive me and they can forgive me. But how they feel right now, or whatever feelings they have, they are justified in having those feelings because of my actions, and none of this was their fault. It was me. I was sick. I chose to live in a different reality, I'll say. I talked to a good buddy of mine, man, and love him to death. I grew up with him, knew him my whole life. We used to work together on this farm, man. And I was thinking back today about how much fun we had and just the joys of those. And I was using then, but I wasn't in full blown junkie mode. I could still laugh and have a good time. But all my paychecks still went to drugs. But and we was talking, and I was saying about me being on house arrest, and he was like, that's a short amount of time compared to how long you was living in another reality. And I was on my way to work when I got and man, that's the truth, man. This short, 18 months ain't shit compared to, 20 some years in active addiction. Whew, can you believe that? So imagine all the people I've hurt over the years. So I was thinking about, how I try to be a good dad to my son now. He's 2. Because I messed up with my other boys. I miss so much. And what hurts me the most is when I see my son now do certain things he'll be playing in his room, and he got this fake walkie-talkie, and he'll pick it up, and he'll be like, what do you say, Zach, to you in your walkie-talkie? What do you say? When you're talking to your walkie-talkie, what do you say? I don't know. I forget what he says. He just and it's just those little moments that I've missed, man. Or like he'll be having conversations with himself and he'll say things and it'll blow my mind. And all these things I missed, man. Christmases, birthdays, all a direct result of my addiction. You know, so I try to be the best dad that I can be to Zeppelin because, you know, I was given that opportunity, and I work hard every day for it, and I try to make up for it because I missed out on my other boys, you know, and they're growing up, and you know I love them the same, all three of them, man. I love them equally. Jaden, Damien, Zeppelin, man, yins are all my boys, and always be my boys, man. All my yins are still my babies, whether you know it, whether you believe it. I love you guys, man. I truly love you guys. And you know, sorry just doesn't cut it at this point. But I say all these things to say this, you know, like my growing up, like my dad was in and out of my life, right? My dad he's got issues with mental health, with the drugs, even to this day. You know, it was just, you know, it was a chaotic family or a chaotic whatever. And like my cousin even said today in a message, like, hey, you know, you won't run out of content. And that's the truth, man. But you know what? Like, here's the thing, though. Like, even with that, like, I forgive my dad. Because at the end of the day, like, I know my dad loves me. I know my dad was sick. And he still is. And also, you know what? Like, any time that I've truly been there's been times I've been at my lowest point. And he's always came through to me. You know, I'd end up in a jail cell. And he would always find out when I was in jail. And I'll never forget the first time I ever went to jail, man. I got this letter. And it was like, it said all kinds of shit. The spelling was all kinds of fucked up on it. It was like, we're going to make bok potato and macaroni and choose when you come home and all these things, man. And like, there was a money order in there, man. And right there, man, it hit me like, damn, like, here I am, an adult, you know, in jail, and like I'm at my lowest point at this point, and like my dad came through for me, you know what I mean? And there was years when he wasn't in my life at all. Matter of fact, I just got off the phone with him today, and you know, I love him, man. He's my dad. I know nobody's perfect, and you know, grudges and holding grudges and stuff, and then building resentments and stuff. You know what I realized over the years, man? That shit don't do nothing but keep me sick. You know, I let these people rent space in my head, and it makes me sick. Zap, leave the dog alone, please, baby.
Be nice.
Yeah, be nice. Watch your pad. I'm trying to make a video. Sorry, my kid's driving me nuts. But yeah, man, forgiveness is divine, man. You know, and I just, you know, like I still work on it. I still struggle with it. You know, I got other people in my life that did me wrong. But like I said, you know, I've done plenty of people wrong, man. So, you know, I hope one day they forgive me. And, you know, like this world is such a sad place, man. It like almost makes me sick to be part of it. You know, people are so distracted with TVs and what's going on with these celebrities and, you know, like we got like real issues, you know, but you know, a moment like, and at the end of the day, man, people is going to be evil. Like evil is evil, man. And there's always going to be evil people, you know, and that's unfortunate. But, you know, I ain't going to speak on other issues because what do I know? And it's just my opinion. You know, I'm speaking on these type of issues because I've dealt with them my whole life. And even then, I'm really not qualified, you know. But I just, you know, I wanted to get on here for a couple minutes and you know. Like, and a lot of this stemmed from my relationship with God, man. Like, you know, I used to get mad at God. I used to blame God for everything. Anything that happens, like, and a lot of people do. soon as something bad happens in their life, they want to blame God, but at the end of the day, it don't always have to be God. And, sometimes, there's good that comes out of bad situations, man. And, in my life, from my experience, like, a lot of bad things happen to me in life. Horrible things. Things that that I still have nightmares over. I still don't sleep right full nights. But, it made me who I am, man. Like, it made me who I am today. And, like, who I am today, like, I have issues with myself. I don't like everything about me, and I work on these things. I'm quick to anger still. I'm quick to want to punch on something. When, in reality, like, it does take more strength to be able to walk away. Because the only thing that's in the way is my pride and ego. Because, or what, somebody might think I'm soft. Like, at the end of the day, like, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about me or you guys. It doesn't matter. It is not your business what somebody else thinks. But I just wanted to get on here and say a few things. I'm not going to beat y'all's eardrums in tonight, man, forever, my listeners and stuff. But I want to make sure, that I'm dedicated to doing this and try to get better and more comfortable. Because at first I wasn't comfortable at all doing these videos. And I'm getting better, and I'm working on them. Still have a hard time looking directly at the camera because I want to keep looking at myself like an idiot. But it's okay. Like, the message is still getting across. But, guys, like, just think of people in your life that, you're holding resentments against and you hate or, you have issues, man. Just like sometimes, like, you'll find freedom and, like, forgiveness, man. I know I have. And, like I said, I got a lot of issues going on and stuff. And I still don't hate them either, man. That person either. Like, a part of my flesh does, but then my mind, and then, maybe I could talk about this stuff coming up, and I want everybody's opinion on it, because I just, sometimes I know, I think, am I wrong? Like, am I wrong for being the way I am, because, when we have issues, our point of view is always going to be right, but there's always three sides to a story. There's mine and then the truth, but, today I just wanted to get on here and say that it was on my heart today. You guys, I truly appreciate all the support, all the messages. I usually don't, say this on a video, but if you guys enjoy this stuff, man, comment on it, man. Say whatever you think. Say whatever you feel. It's your freedom of speech here, baby. Share it, man, and subscribe to it, man. Because the more people, I don't know how these algorithms work, but the more people that share it and comment and like it, the more it'll get around. Maybe there's somebody in Timbuktu that needs to hear, the message that I'm saying. And that's how God works, man. He puts us right where we need to be, and it's only by the grace of God. I appreciate you guys. I love all the support. And if nobody told you today they loved you, somebody will.